no job, no family or community communication, no college, and no support. This is just the beginning of a life of a recently released convict. The status of being a recently released convict debilitates people as they are unable to obtain a job, have family, or even go to college. Today, with prisons being filled to the brim, we must look at the societal structure of prisons and evaluate if they are actually doing what they are intended to do. Prisons in the US are obsolete and ineffective because of the psychological, logistical, and economic reasons. Many would say that we need prisons to ensure public safety and to punish those who have committed crimes. While this does remain to be the case, the rate at which we are doing this in the US is ineffective because more people are going into prison than are being rehabilitated. Many countries have offenders in their countries, but they are able to rehabilitate them. Moving on, prison has a psychological effect on people that it is extremely dire. Their mental health rapidly declines in this new environment. Some of these factors, but are not limited to, immediate change in environment, immediate disconnect between families and communities, the issue of overcrowding, and the witnessing and experiencing violence within the prison walls. They are not the only ones who face mental issues. Their communities are heartbroken and enraged at the fact of this immediate change. Moving on to in prison, the U.S. Department of Statistics reported 1 in 7 federal and state prisoners and 1 in 4 jailmates reported experiences that met the threshold for serious psychological distress. With mental illness, when they are released, they can face homelessness, drug usage, or further and escalated crimes. Moving on to the logistical effect, recidivism is the rate at which when prisoners are rearrested after their release. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, 82% of released prisoners were arrested at least once during the 10 years following release. This is a jarring rate at which they are rearrested, and it cannot be changed due to the lack of resources. It can be easier for them to believe that going to prison is their only option. Moving on to the economic effects, there are multiple layers to this portion. First of all, the citizens pay up to $80 billion annually, according to Institute of Justice Research. They spend $80 billion annually to operate prisons and jails. This is coming from citizens' pockets, so why should we be paying for something that is obviously not doing its job? In addition, when prisoners are in prison, they are unable to work a regular job. They lose a large portion of their lifetime wages, which contributes to the risk of poverty when they are released. If they are able to obtain a job, it is averaged 86 cents nationally, and these jobs can be as dangerous as fighting wildfires, such as in California. Up to $400 billion are lost annually in lost wages due to incarceration. As we wrap up, I would like to review all of the effects on why prisons are obsolete and ineffective. Through psychological, logistical, and economic logic, prisons become obsolete because they are only punishing the communities and people unfairly. Thank you.